a Chinese man, share with you communism from a spirituality perspective.
Communism never existed in human society. Communism can only be realized when the collective consciousness level of humanity reaches the spiritual level of the fifth dimension. And a very important point is that human productivity can reach an extremely high level. For example, one day robots and AI will be able to replace the jobs of the vast majority of people, and only a small number of people will be needed to control the robots and AI to carry out the work. But in reality, we humans have always been living at the spiritual level of the third dimension. A very high level of productivity remains to be achieved, but it is extremely difficult to enhance the overall spiritual and conscious level of humanity. In the third dimension, individuals often focus on their own interests, needs, and desires with themselves at the center. This egocentric consciousness may lead to competition, conflicts, and the neglect of others and the environment, which is not conducive to the formation of overall harmony and cooperation. Humans in the third dimension are prone to falling into a dualistic oppositional thinking pattern, such as good and bad, right and wrong, and good and evil. This way of thinking limits people's comprehensive understanding of things and makes it difficult to see the multiplicity and complexity of things. Humans in the third dimension experience a rich range of emotions, but they are also easily influenced by their emotions. Negative emotions such as fear, anxiety, and anger may affect people's decision-making and behavior, hindering personal growth and development. The consciousness level of the fifth dimension represents a highly evolved and sublimated spiritual state. Individuals at the fifth dimensional consciousness level can transcend the limitations of three-dimensional space and linear time, viewing the world from a broader and deeper perspective. They can perceive the flow and vibration of energy, understand the internal connections and causal relationships among things, and gain insights into the essence and truth behind the physical world. No longer confined to the individual self-consciousness, they can deeply experience the oneness with all things. They realize that they are interconnected and interdependent with others and the entire universe, thus generating a strong sense of holistic consciousness and compassion, treating others and the world with full love and respect. They possess unconditional love, which is not based on any conditions or rewards. It is a pure and heartfelt love for all things. At the same time, they are able to accept everything as it is, including their own and others' imperfections, and face the world with a tolerant and inclusive attitude. No longer bound by dualistic thinking such as good and bad, right and wrong, beautiful and ugly, etc., they can see the multiplicity and relativity of things, understand that all things are different aspects of a whole, and achieve the unity of opposites at a higher level. Only when the spiritual and conscious level of human beings reaches the fifth dimension can the forms of society envisioned in communism be realized. This includes public ownership of the means of production as required by communism, the principle of from each according to his ability, to each according to his needs, the withering away of classes and the state, the absence of competition among people and the presence of only cooperative relationships, as well as the elimination of both a sense of superiority and inferiority. Capitalism's suppression of communism is like demons in darkness attacking the light and justice. The consciousness level of the third dimension smears and distorts the consciousness level of the fifth dimension. I'm already thoroughly tired of the consciousness level of human beings in this third dimension. If there is a so-called soul guide who tells me after I die that I have to be reincarnated in the human world again, I will tell that soul guide, go fuck yourself. I am not going anywhere near this hell, earth, ever again.